Welcome back. I have a timer with me and let's begin. Literature review in 5 minutes. Before we begin, press the subscribe button and click on this bell icon so you get the notification for my videos every time. So what is a literature review? Literature review is also known as traditional review or narrative review. And anytime when you write a thesis or dissertation, you do the literature review. That means when you do literature search and you combine previous research papers together and you write a paper out of it, that is called a literature review. So literature review has 3 names. Literature review, traditional review, narrative review. They are same thing. And anytime in any of the article when you combine papers from previous publications, and you insert that information even in your clinical trial or any other paper, that is also called as literature review, that you did some of literature review for this paper. So literature review can be a part of any paper, but it can also be a part of, it can be 100% your paper. I would say 90%. 10% would be your comments, your ideas. Maybe 80-20, or maybe you want to keep it 70-30. Now that's the first minute is gone, and this is traditional review. Now let's talk about how to do it. Now, what do you need for traditional review? You need to have a Word document ready. You call it as data sheet, and you will record your data out there, and then you will write it. The second sheet you need is you call it as my article. That's where you will write your paper. Now, you collect data, but before that, you decide your topic. The topic should be what you're passionate about, and try to combine 2 things together or 3 things together. And once you have that kind of topic ready, for example, skin problems in schizophrenia patients with depression. Now, this is a very interesting topic. Now you start searching everything possible about it, but where you decide your keywords. PubMed is the most common database. First thing first is decide your database. So PubMed is the first one. PubMed is an interface for Medline. So you search Medline, you search Google Scholar, you search EBSCO, you search Embase, you search PsycInfo, whatever databases, 5-6 databases you decide that you will search data. Now you decide your keywords, regular keywords. This is not a systematic review, so you just can use regular keywords, schizophrenia, depression, skin, and you start searching on PubMed. Whatever you find, just save it on your data sheet. Whatever you find in Google Scholar, save it on your data sheet. Now you have so many papers, and there will be mixture of papers too. Now remove duplicates, and now you have different papers. Once you have them, now you have the papers ready. Now the beauty of traditional review is you don't need quality check. You don't need to check quality like in systematic review. And you don't need to follow Prisma checklist. So it's pretty straightforward like an essay. Now you're almost there. Now what do you do? Now the next thing is, make sure I'm telling you another checklist now. This is strange. Bring Sandra checklist. Sandra is a very good checklist for traditional review. Make sure your paper is written according to Sandra checklist. Nothing is missed. So now when you have Sandra checklist, now you have your research topic ready, you have the data bases ready, you have the data collected, and you have saved it on your Word document. Make sure you save it with correct referencing, because you want to keep the referencing in sequence. And you can use EndNote or Mendeley or Zotero, whatever you want to call it, or different people name it differently, or anything that is needed and for referencing. So you can use any reference manager software, or you can do it manually. I love to do it manually. You can do the referencing manually. Once that is done, now you have the references ready, you have the abstracts, and whatever information is available along with the reference. Now you come to the writing. Now writing, you follow the IMRAD format just like in a systematic review. Introduction, method, results, discussion, conclusion, and references. So I for introduction, M for method, R for results, A is and, A is nothing, and D for discussion. So in the introduction, you write down what is the problem. Introduction is the problem. Method is how did you solve the problem. Results is what did you find. And then the discussion is what do your findings mean. The interpretation and analysis of your findings. And then the next thing is you also write down limitations. What are the weaknesses of your paper? And once that is done, your discussion section is ready, and make sure you draw some tables and figures to make your paper interesting and pretty. Don't leave a boring paper, make it interesting and pretty, as beautiful as you can. You don't want journals to reject it. And now once that is done, and referencing, make sure you have correctly referenced from the same references that you saved in your data sheet. And now you complete your conclusion. Conclusion is the lesson learned. So once you do that, your paper is ready. Now, how many references? It's up to you. No upper limit, it's your choice. So whether you want to keep it 50, 40, 60, 100. So that's it. And now we have approached the fifth minute almost, and we are done. And congratulations. Now you know how to write a traditional review. Thank you. Before you leave, if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you.